What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today, I'm going to showcase a Shadow Malamar team in the Go Battle League. Malamar is always one of my favorite Pokemon to use in GBL, just because, well, it doesn't win a lot of matchups head-to-head. It can set up so much play for your backline. It does a lot of damage with Psywave, Foul Play, and Superpower also do a lot of good coverage for this Pokemon. It's a very interesting pick here, and I think with this team with Quagsire and Mantine in the backline, it's going to work out pretty well. But before we get into the battles, I do want to ask, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Helps out quite a bit, and I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, let's get to the battles and see what this team can do. Looks like we got our first opponent of the day, Shadow Malamar, up against regular Jumpluff. Okay, now, I don't really have a hard answer to this Pokemon on my team, but Malamar, despite being weak to the Fairy-type damage, does put in quite a bit of work here just neutrally. I'm going to go for the Psywaves plus the Foul Play, and we'll see if they want to go for an Energy Ball or an Acrobatics. Keeping this away from my Quagsire is likely pretty good for us, but I don't know what's going to be in the backline. Could be a lot of different things. And yeah, looks like that is basically a pretty clean two-shot here with my Foul Plays. I think I'm going to go for the shield, actually, because right now, I want to guarantee that this thing is not going to be outside of, like, Aqua Tail range later on if they do try to save it. They do Energy Ball here, and they're going to go for a second one, actually. This might be a bit of a crazy play, but what if I just double shield? This way, I am going to be down 2 shields, don't get me wrong, that is a little bit scary, but I can just keep on farming up here, and I can get either both shields back, or potentially get a knockout here if they let this go. They're at 5 right now, so they have the Energy Ball. But I have back-to-back Foul Play, so if they shield, I can throw my next move. If they no-shield, then I get the knockout, although I am down 2 shields, which could be kind of scary. Okay, yeah, more Pekko in the backline. Don't love to see that. The freaking it had to be a gimmicky Pokemon, didn't it? Anyway, we'll go for the Foul Play here, and we'll see what they want to do. I'm going to try to catch a move here on Quagsire, because this way I force him to go for a second attack into us here if they want to do much, and I can now go for an Aqua Tail to likely get a shield against him. We also got a Mudshot Sneak, so we'll see how this goes, right? I would imagine they're not great into Quagsire once the Jumpluff's out of the way, and they're actually staying in here, which is huge, because by them staying in, that's going to mean now I can potentially avoid my Mantine against this later on. We do get the shield with the Aqua Tail, that's awesome. Especially because I have energy on my Malamar still, right? Ooh, but they save the energy. They bring in a Jellicent. Oh, boy. Okay. It's playable, but it's going to be tough. That's, I think, the moral of the story right now. 2, 3, 4. Swap out here. Bank the energy. If I caught a Surf, that's huge. I don't know why they would Shadow Ball him necessarily, so this likely is a Surf. With that said, they might have Shadow Balled if they knew my catch was going to come up. But no, a Surf does come through there. That's kind of huge. 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait a second. This is interesting. They actually let me get to back-to-back Twisters here instead of throwing their move earlier. Do I get a 2-shot? I do, actually. Wait, that might just win me the game? Maybe. We'll see. They have to Aura Wheel us to knock us out. Man, okay, this is gonna get so dicey. Do they have back-to-back Aura Wheels right now, right? That's the big question. I think I just have to hope they don't. Oh, I'm an idiot. I went for the Foul Play. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe this is an Aura Wheel anyway. If it's a Psychic Fang, so it actually, maybe it's still fine. Nice, it is Psychic Fangs. That's actually, I think we still win. I think we still win, because I do have a Stone Edge on my Quagsire here. So, in theory, I Stone Edge the Jellicent, and I win the game that way. Oh, that knocks out. Okay, maybe I'm not so bad after all. Yeah, I have a Stone Edge, right? I know I have an Aqua Tail too, but I'm pretty sure I have a Stone Edge. So I'm going to go for it. That should be on the right side. I know that one, because it's Aqua Tail's a legacy move. Nice, we have the Stone Edge. Luckily, no classic 1-turn lag to lose us the game. Somehow we actually won this one. I'll be honest, I thought when I saw that more Pekko, it was game over, but catching that Aura Wheel was kind of nasty. And Mantine found somewhere to go, so we'll take it. Shadow Malamar into Galarian Corsola. All right, pretty decent lead matchup. We'll see what's in the back line, if they stay in here or not. Oh, they are actually staying in. That's kind of crazy. Maybe ABA weak to the Malamar. I'm not going to throw just yet, because I know a Foul Play is not going to one-shot, so just in case they want to take a bit of damage and swap out to something that I don't have play into in the backline, I want to make sure I have energy for it. And we'll see what that might be. Is there, like, maybe a fighter? I know, like, Galarian Corsola plus Primeape could be a good duo. With that said, it could be a lot of things. They're at 3 right now, so they do have access here to the next move after one more Astonish. Okay, looks like we do actually get a shield with the Foul Play. This next one should knock out, so Do we get the shield on this one, or do they let this go? Foul Play does get his shield. Okay, I'm switching. I don't know what's going to be in the back line, but I'd much rather save my Malamar if I can, because if they're that scared of it, I'd have to imagine it might have more play. And they should be in Stone Edge range now. Empoleon comes in. I guess that makes sense why they were staying in for a second in that lead matchup, because it's not really like that's the best matchup in the world to come in down energy into. Whoa, I survived? That's actually amazing. Quagsire, I did not think you had it in you, buddy. Stone Edge now should put them into, like, potentially Twister range. So instead of bringing in my Malamar, that would end up potentially taking a lot of damage here from a Hydro Cannon. I can bring in my Mantine and just build up energy and potentially be in a spot where I can bank energy for whatever the final Pokemon might be. I do still have a shield and a decent amount of HP left over on my Malamar, but I don't know what the third Pokemon's going to be here. Drill Peck's not quite a two-shot against us. I'm going to just probably take the next one too, because I want to have as much energy as possible for the back line. I have no idea what's going to be back there. I want to make sure that if it's like a Ninetales or something, I can potentially one-shot them. We'll go for the Twister now. I'm at about 100 energy, and we'll see if maybe Corsola comes in to drain my energy, or if the final Pokemon gets brought in instead. Twister does end up landing. Oh, yikes. Okay. I'll go for the Foul Play here. I do have energy still on my Mantine. Maybe, though, I should have thrown a Twister first before swapping out. I'm a little bit worried now. Like, what happens here if the Electrode can farm us down? Although, I think I'm fine, actually. If I get this move off before he throws energy against us, then all I need to do is Twister the Electrode after the Superpower, and that should win us the game. As long as I have the move. I think I have the move, right? If not, then I was going to lose either way. We have the Twister or Water Pulse here. We get the CMP, and while we would get one shot by a Wild Charge, we have the Twister ready to go here. So we can just throw it into the Electrode, and as long as we didn't, like, lag a turn here, which we didn't, we should get the Twister, and that should get the knockout. Alright, Electrode in the backline makes sense. Honestly, kind of a scary Pokemon for this team, though. I'm kind of surprised they wouldn't have brought that into Quagsire, but maybe thinking that, you know, in the backline, Electrode could be better, and it was. Oh, that was Rise? Oh, GG's Rise. Alright, Malamar into Forretress. I mean, non-Shadow might be on Volt Switch. We'll stay in for a second to test. Okay, it is Volt Switch. Good thing I didn't swap out, because obviously, we wouldn't have a lot of play against this with our Malamar. Did I throw on 10? I might have. I swear I was trying not to. Anyway, throwing on 10 is a tactical decision by me. We get a shield. Interesting. So they're going to Rock Tomb us and try to Volt Switch us down. What do I want to do? I know that potentially Forretress here could have, like, Carbink in the back line. So, I don't know exactly what the right play is going to be. 3. Potentially that mistimed attack might come back to bite us a little bit here, because I don't know if I can get my next move off now. If I can, that would be huge. Oh, no, I wouldn't have got it anyway, unless I got, like, the DRE on the old system, which is a very rare thing to get. Anyway, we'll bring in our Quagsire now to force him to go for Sand Tombs against us. But if there is a Carbink in the back line, I am in a little bit of a bad spot no matter what, right? Because a Bink here would be able to do so much damage to my Mantine, potentially. Like, I don't love shielding a Sand Tomb of all things, but I think I'm... Oh, well, shielding a Rock Tomb is also not terrible. Just because, potentially, now I can overfarm just a little bit more and have energy for the back line. Just in case... Oh, I could have done one more Mud Shot, potentially. But just in case I do need energy. If it's like a Marowak plus Carbink duo in the back, we'll see. Them debuffing my attack stat makes me think that there is a chance... Yeah, I just lose. Dang it, man! It's the wrong Mud Slapper. It's the... Mud Slapper not weak to water. It's over. It's all over. I mean, should I even play this out? I don't think I should. Yeah, we don't win that one, unfortunately. Malamar into Forretress. Okay, well, we saw one of these a second ago, and it was not all that fun. Are they on Bug Bite? No, it is Volt Switch once again. Only problem being, last time I saw one of these, it was a Gastrodon Carbink backline, which I did not like. Luckily, this time I throw in good timing. So that at least gives us the chance of getting another move off here this game after the fact, but we'll see what they want to throw. Who would have thought they shield the first move? Very bold play by this Forretress. Alright. I'll let this go. It's going to be a Rock Tomb, obviously, but I don't want to shield that. We tried to see how this matchup played out in the last game, and it was like right on the cusp of getting the next move. On the new system, I would guarantee my next attack, which would be kind of huge here, but on the old system, obviously, things suck, so it's inconsistent. Dang it. If I would have got that, just imagine the world would have been at peace if I would have got that superpower off. But we're stuck on the old system here for just a little bit longer. And one thing that I really like about... Oh, okay, they switch out. I was going to say, one thing that I like about the new system is it really does punish fast move pressure quite a bit. I'm a little bit scared, though, that they swapped out a Forretress. Like, I don't know exactly what that means. Are they just really good into Quagsire, or are they just trying to bluff right now that they are? I'll go for a Twister here. It's a little bit cheaper. They went for a Trailblaze, actually, which does quite a bit of damage to us. And it also ramps up their damage over time here, which is kind of scary. What do we do? I think I need to keep my Mantine around at least a little bit this game, so I will shield up a Swift. And I'll go for the Water Pulse here, because the Twister's not quite enough damage to knock out. There's a lot of things that could be in the backline that Quagsire would like to see. Whether or not I'm going to see those is up for debate. We'll swap out here to get an extra Mud Shot. We've cleared a defense drop, so that's kind of cool. Please be something that Quagsire likes to see. Just be a Marowak. Be a Carbink, a Marowak. Be anything that this trainer does not want to see. Oh, Annihilape. That is on counter as well, so we'll see how this plays out. Like, I do have a lot of energy here, so that is what I have going for me. This is going to be a close game. So I do get a second Aqua Tail through here, and I don't think they can quite farm us down with the Annihilape before I get my next move off. And if that's the case, that's kind of huge. Yeah, they can't. So I have to go for a shield here. I need to shield, and I need to try to get this Aqua Tail to land against the Annihilape. Although, honestly, if they let it land against the Forretress, that's also maybe fine. I don't know. I need to, like... Okay. Oh, no, they get a Sandtomb. I didn't think they were going to get that. That's bad. I thought they were going to be one away from the next attack. Okay, so now I got to try to get this Twister. Like, I needed the energy. I needed one more wing attack there. Well, actually, I needed two more. I tried, I swear I tried this game. That team doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I feel like a Ninetales would give them so much trouble. But, you know, you can't beat all these RPS teams out there. Whoa, Shadow Gliscor. Kind of wonder if this is on Fury Cutter. Probably not, but always could be. If they're on Sandtomb, they can piece evenly here to the Sandtombs to my Foul Plays. And it is on Wing Attack, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're on Night Slash too, and if they're on Night Slash, they pace even a little bit quicker than I do. So we'll go for the Foul Play. They go for the Shield. I'm going to swap into Quagsire now that I put them into range where an Aqua Tail could be enough. And they're at 9, so they could Sandtomb bait. That would be annoying, but they might full send a big move and try to one-shot us like that, so good shield. Whoa. I waited there to see if they're going to catch on us, so I'm glad I didn't instantly Aqua Tail. They bring in a Shadow Quillfish. Like, what if I had Mud Bomb? I mean, I don't, but, like, what if I had Well, what if I had Stone Edge? They let it go. They'll get an Aqua Tail against us. That's not going to put us too low. I mean, it is Shadow into Shadow. Aqua Tail is a good move. But, like, yeah, it's not that good. What do they have that's even weaker in the backline? Are you joking me? They bring back in Gliscor? Well, I have my Aqua Tail ready to go. They should be at 4 right now, so 1 away from a Sandtomb. 5, 6, 7, 8. And, it might be a bad play to shield this, but I want to guarantee this thing is out of here. So I will. I'll have a 2-on-1 in the backline. Like, a Carbink would actually be kind of annoying to face. Anything else would probably be pretty playable. But surely a Giga Chad Gliscor user would not be a Carbink user. Why? The one thing that I name drop. Is it crazy to say I think there's still play for us, though? They instantly throw a move here. I was hoping they would let me get a second attack off. I don't know, guys. Because I know like a Rock Slide doesn't one-shot us here, but I also know that I need to get to 2 attacks to win this game. 11. Like a catch would help. A catch would probably win us the game too. I could have caught right then, but I didn't. I should survive this, but do I survive well enough to get to a Twister? I might. I do. I think that actually wins us the game, because a Twister, while it is resisted, probably puts them into Mudshot downrange. I don't know, man. Please, 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 please. I've never needed... Oh, that just knocks him out. Okay. Get wrecked. Dude, we manifested the Carbink. Of course we had to manifest the Carbink in the back line. Luckily, not that big of an issue, I guess, because Mantine is kind of broken in this day and age. And a Galarian Weezing. Nice. And we'll cash that in. 3-2 set. Not the best, not the worst. All right, Shadow Malamar into... oh, no. This is not just an instant loss. Shadow Hydreigon. I feel like there's very few things that I can beat now with this Pokemon in the lead. Okay, this is a little bit of a misplay by them, technically. Like, not really that much of a misplay, but, like, it's gonna give me a little bit of something here. I guess I probably should have went for a superpower, because, you know, I'm gonna swap out here anyway, but they're gonna shield this no matter what. They're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Shadow Hydreigon, right. I should have remembered this Pokemon existed, but I do have a lot of energy here. They bring in Corviknight, of all things. That's only an Air Cutter. They're not even baiting a bigger move against us. This game's going to be so hard to win. It could be an Aegislash in the back. Could be like something else. I don't need this in my life. I don't need them to boost. I'm already in a bad enough spot. Let's give them the Air Cutter boost. Oh my goodness. That is so much damage though, so we'll see what we can do here with the next move. I gotta try to like Stone Edge him to knock him out. Why do they have to boost, man? Why do they have to boost? Why do they have to boost? I'm gonna go for the Stone Edge. Please shield. This might just be the worst thing that could have happened here. Not only did they survive on 1 HP after getting the boost, after, the unluckiest day in the Go Bad League for its Axon. They bring back in the Hydreigon here, though. Maybe that means there's hope. Whoa. Wait. Wait. There might be a little bit of hope. Not a lot of hope, but maybe just like the smallest little easiest bit of hope. Okay, I stopped tapping tactically there in hopes that now I can get a wing attack down against this with my Mantine. The Energy Balled? Wait, that's huge. Because now they don't get another one. I think I win this now. Wait. If this is just a Weather Ball, I think I'm good. Because I should get to 2 Twisters now, surely, before they get to 2 Brutal Swings? Dude, don't ever underestimate the power of complaining in the Go Bad League. It works. It works. They tried to go for such an unnecessary catch against us. Sometimes it's not about outplaying your opponents. It's about playing long enough for your opponents to throw the game. Let's go, man. All right, Malamar into Florges. All right. Don't love this lead all that much, I'll be honest. I'm going to stay in for a second, because Cyberwaves do add up quite a bit, actually. And I'm going to swap into my Quagsire here, because either they go for a Disarming Voice or a Chilling Water. I doubt they would go for a Trailblaze then. We'll see what they throw. Disarming, nice. I'd rather take that than get debuffed. And we bait out a Corsola, which is maybe good. It really depends on how much damage here my Quagsire is going to be able to do against this. They're at 5 right now, so they do have access to a Nightshade. I would imagine, though, they never throw it, right? They probably are going to go for a full farm down. 6. And we'll see what we can do. I'm going to try to, like, triple Aqua Tail, potentially. Maybe I get to a Stone Edge. I need to live... I don't. Oh, that is so bad. That is, like, beyond terrible, actually, what's about to happen here. Because now I have to double shield... Probably. Okay, well, at least I catch a move here. Maybe it's a good catch, maybe it's not. Unless they, for some reason, reacted to this. They just survived 2 wing attacks. I could have swapped out there. It's fine. We're going to lose this game anyway. Why didn't they just Nightshade? Make my life a little easier. Yeah, I think they just debuff us too much at this point for me to win. But we'll see what you can do. Maybe Malamar can pull in the work, but I'm just going to be so debuffed at this point. 6. All right, likely they let this go because they know they survive. If I get a shield here, though, that could maybe give us, like, a small chance. Okay, they do shield. Because, like, sure, they can debuff us here, but I can always clear the debuff, right? I think more so if they would have just taken the fact they almost guarantee survive that foul play and take the shield advantage, then they'd just win with Florges. But, I mean, they probably still do just win with Florges, just in a different way. But we'll see, right? Maybe there's a chance. Foul play gets the knockout this time. I mean, if they let this go, they might be at risk of a farm down. And if they shield, they're potentially at risk of maybe something else. I don't know. Okay. I mean, I just let this go, right? And I hope that my fast move pressure out-fast move pressures their fast move pressure. Chilling water. Okay, that does knock us out. Ah. Dang, that's as close as it can get. That should have been a simul KO. It would have been on the new system. On the old system, it doesn't matter. But they did have the Corsola, I think, at 1 HP, right? Don't like that lead. With that said, I think what I want to do here, actually, is just stay in for a second. Fairy Winds might be super effective here, but I'm a Malamar. I'm not that squishy. And we can go for a chip and dip here, potentially trying to dance around, because I doubt I'll win Switch Advantage this game, but I might be able to at least make it so Malamar can knock out the Tinkaton at some point. Oh, that is not the best answer to a Quagsire here. Especially if they don't instantly go for the Twister. If they went for the Twister, they would have been able to deny me a turn, an extra Mud Shot that I wouldn't have got. But now I should be able to reach a Stone Edge and another Stone Edge after the fact before they get to a Water Pulse plus a Twister. Because double Twister will not be enough to knock us out. And I think in this matchup, if I wanted to, I could like play out the 2 shield and go straight Aqua Tail from here to like try to flip it, but I don't think it's all that worth it. I'm not that scared of losing Switch. I'd rather just win a shield advantage if I can. Stone Edge gets the knockout. Nice. I try to call the bait. So they might bring in Tinkaton because they have energy, but they'd have to throw energy against us. I don't like that at all. Thievul in the back makes sense, though. 6? Is that only 6, or is that actually 7? If that's 7, they're at a move. Then Icy Wind. No, only a Night Slash. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to start getting shields down this game. So I will go for the Water Pulse here. And I did save my Quagsire, so that could be helpful. They let that go. That's maybe even better for us then. 7, 8, 9. I think it's worth a shield. I need to shield at least 1 move this game. I'm going to go for the Water Pulse just in case they let it go too. But it looks like they did end up going for... Or in case they like try to catch, that is. But they went for the Overfarm. Not that it really matters that much. They can't Bulldoze us. They have to Gigaton, right? Please Bulldoze. Oh, they're smart. Don't be a smart trainer. Please don't be a smart trainer in the Go Bad League. It does not pay off. It pays off for them here. They're probably going to win because of that Gigaton. Super smart play. Because now their Thievul is a little bit too healthy for me. If they got the debuff on that Bulldoze, I don't know if that matters. I'd probably be in 1 Sucker Punch range anyway. Okay. Unfortunately, they don't mess up. I was hoping they were going to go for like a Bulldoze, and then I could just overfarm. But like maybe I'm outside of range where a Night Slash knocks me out, and maybe I can farm down the Thievul. It might be a tie if 1 Mud Shot knocks out. Or if I survive a Night Slash here, I just win. I don't survive the Night Slash. Wait, we just lived the Sucker Punch. We got the win. All right. Okay, that's a good lead. Now, okay, so Clodsire actually can do some kind of stupid things here, where for some reason, they're so bulky, they don't get like one shot by an attack here from me. But if they want to stay in, the longer this goes, was that 7? The longer this goes, the better it gets from Malamar. I can't believe they're just... Oh, that's only a Sludge Bomb even. Okay. I'm actually really happy I'm in this spot. They're at 6 right now. So Shadow Malamar into regular Malamar actually allows you to two-shot with foul plays. Regular into regular, that's not the case. Shadow into regular, it is the case. So what I'm going to do here, I could have thrown slightly earlier, but the thing is, it's not like I knock him out with that next foul play just yet, but after a few more side waves, the next foul play will knock out. And I have such a big pacing advantage against them, thanks to the fact that for some reason, they swapped into this down, like, 2 charge attacks. So we should be in a really good spot here. I'll go for the foul play. Our opponent likely going to go for the... Oh, they go for the shield, actually. I'll go for the next foul play. Likely they no-shield this one, right? But either way, what I want to do here is I want to align my Quagsire in the back line against the Clodsire. Nice. We even get a farm down there. That's kind of huge. So, what are they about to do? Oh. I guess I'll switch out. I don't have, like, an instant answer to Thievul or anything, but Mantine's pretty safe here, because we know they're on Sludge Bomb Quagsire, or Clodsire, that is, and if I get the Clodsire to swap back in at some point, then I can farm down with my Quagsire. Nice. Them letting me get this move off is actually, I think, probably game over, because now they should be in a spot where just straight Aqua Tails and Twisters should win us this game. But they can go for another Night Slash, maybe even an Icy Wind here in a second if they want. And I don't think I get knocked out by a Night Slash from this range. I'm going to go for the Water Pulse just in case they try to go for a catch. Night Slash, yeah, I mean, it's not that good of a move, right? They do catch on the Clodsire, but I think at this point they've kind of just fallen right into my trap here, where now I bring in my third hard answer to the Clodsire, and we should be able to win this one. So, yeah, I think they realized at that point they need to do way too much with the Clodsire. We get the win. Okay, I don't like this. Shadow Pidgeot. This is such a tricky Pokemon to see here for my whole team, just because I think they can two-shield through me. I never like it when they can do that. With that said, I should get both shields down, but they'll go Air Cutter. They'll probably boost, because that's my lot in life. Is that not a 30% chance? Can someone, like, tell me at this point? Is that a 30% chance or not anymore? They've probably changed it behind the scenes. Okay. We attempt to CMP here. We give him a full sneak, because why not? And now I have to switch out. That boost is going to make it so I'm taking so much gust damage now. This is unnecessary, and I hate it. Now, they probably don't Brave Bird us here, but I can't really take the chance that a boosted Brave Bird would come through and then I'd get swept. Okay, they actually do Brave Bird, so fair enough. Okay, and a Licky Licky comes in, which I did kind of need to bait out. I wouldn't be surprised here. Oh, bad timing by them. I wouldn't be surprised if the final Pokemon could be like a ground type. Now, if that's a Eufisk, I'm in a lot of trouble. If it's like a Marowak, there's some play. They're 2 more rollouts away from potentially reaching another move here. Another, like, Body Slam, that is. So I can do 3 Mud Shots into a CMP on this Stone Edge, which should be enough to knock him out here. I would have loved to be able to swap out into my Malamar and catch this move, but the clock was not quite up yet. But now I have enough energy. I should be able to get to a move against that Pidgeot if they bring it back in. Okay. Okay, hold on. That's exactly what I wanted to see in the back line. We actually won that game. Again, complaining works, guys. Complaining works. Just say, you know, woe is me. They keep boosting on the air cutters. Eventually, it'll come back to bite them. All right, we got our next battle. Malamar into Shadow Annihilape. Good lead. I do have 2 pretty good answers against this Pokemon, and oftentimes these Annihilape leads have things in the back line that don't necessarily want to see the Malamar. Interesting. They bring in Thievul here. I'm going to bring in my Quagsire, but I know this could be a mistake. Because the problem that I'm seeing right now is if there is a Carbink in the back line, if there's a Carbink, that could be bad. But if there isn't, that's not bad for us. 5. Okay, they did go for the Icy Wind, which is kind of a smart play, because that's going to make it so I don't do quite as much damage. I can't go for like a Stone Edge and farm down. And we'll go for the CMP here. Because at this point, I do want to guarantee, like, if they went for one more Sucker Punch, they would be able to reach another Icy Wind there. And I don't want to let that happen. Alright, what I'm going to do right now, if I can, is I want to swap back actually into my Malamar if this is Psywave downrange. I think that should be. Yeah. Interesting, they swapped in Annihilape here. I wonder what that means is in the back. There could be a lot of things then. I mean, it could still just be the freaking Bink, but saving my Quagsire I think is kind of huge. And... looks like I don't probably Psywave down in time. I'm going to let this go and save the shield, because then I can still potentially shield a move with my Quagsire later on if I have to. Nice. Let me get the full wing attack down here. What's going to come in? I mean, this much energy, if there is a Bink, it's not even the end of the world. I have no idea how this plays out. Is this even remotely good for me? Toxapex? Yikes. I mean, that's probably fine-ish. Okay, Twister probably 4 shots. Eventually, with wing attack damage. 12, okay. Plus, I mean, I do have a lot of Quagsire left over, so... maybe I'm going to win? Hard to say. 13. What do we do here? I'm going to switch, actually. Because, like, this forces energy out of him. And it gets a couple of mud shots against him, too. And as long as I avoid a catch here, I should be fine. Honestly, even if they catch, I might still be fine. Well, okay, a catch would maybe lose us the game, because they might get to, like, 2 more Bryans here if they catch. So gotta make sure that doesn't happen. Nice. No catch. Animations on the old system, I swear, are maybe the worst thing in the entire world. But we get the Twister off. Thievul should be in wing attack downrange before they get another move. And we get the win. That was an annoying team. Yikes, another kind of scary Gust user in the lead. Not quite as bad as Pidgeot, but not good either. Because this thing does so much damage here with these Gusts. And we'll try our very best to, I don't know, dance around. But Quagsire is pretty bad against this, so I don't like that. We'll try to catch a Aqua Jet. We don't quite get it, though. And they overfarm instead. What the... It was nice knowing you guys. It was nice knowing y'all. This game is probably over. Why is there a Swanna Carbink core on my screen? The only good part is I think they might be forced to throw energy. I think that actually might have been a CMP. If that was a CMP, that would maybe bail me out a little bit. I probably should have undercharged if that's the case. Actually, no. It's not like Mudshot does that much damage. I'll let this through. Mudshot down. And hope that my energy that I can get here on my Quagsire is going to be enough for me. Whoa, they undercharged that. I think that's a mistake because my switch clock's back up. Okay. They throw their move here. And they have a little bit of extra energy on the Carbink. But I have a lot of energy here now. So we're going to shield this. We're going to shield the next one because I literally have to at this point. And then we'll see what they're going to do. I'm going to go for a bold play. Maybe I shouldn't Stone Edge instantly, but I'll get to another Aqua Tail anyway. I might as well try to surprise him a little bit, I think. They shield. 3. And my swap is actually up here if I wanted to switch out. I don't know if that's the best play to go for, though. I think it is. I think they're a little bit scared of Quagsire the way they played out this game, so we'll switch. We'll catch the move on Mantine. And so there is a Pokemon I've seen quite often with this team, known as Diggersby. If that's the case, I do still have play, but this game is going to be so down to the wire. Yep, there's the Digger's Beam. For the good news is I do force them to go for a Scorching Sands to knock us out. They can't just go for a small move like a Fire Punch. 5, 6, 7. I'm fine with that. I could have CMP'd there, but I have enough energy on my Malamar to potentially get to a superpower. I probably should have CMP'd, but like, I don't think it matters. We'll see. I think this still knocks him out, and I think I probably sidewave everything down from here. If the Carbink gets to another move, so be it. But if it doesn't, I should win. Bink, I hate you with a passion, buddy. You'd better die. Okay. Swanna, get out of here too, please. Okay. Wow. Well, luckily Diggersby has nowhere to go against my team, but that was a very annoying first half of the battle, not gonna lie. Alright, next battle. Malamar into... Oh, no. What? Okay, well, likely a loss, because Murkrow's a huge core breaker, but you know what? We'll swap out and hope, because at least we can outpace to an Aqua Tail here. Murkrow, while it is scary, is a very squishy Pokemon, especially the Shadow variant here, so yeah, they take a lot of damage from that. And maybe over time, I can make this awkward for them. I guess I'm going to shield this up. My Mud Shots are completely shredding their HP right now. They're at 9, so 4, 5. What are they going to do? I would have to imagine they shield this, but we'll see. They do? Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Honestly, I think I can shield this up. The reason I want to shield this is because at this point, I want them to throw more energy against this so like they don't get another move off against my backline. Man, English hard. Basically, I wanted to force them into an awkward spot, and I did force them into an awkward spot, kind of. We got him to swap out. With that said, I wasn't very quick on the counter swap. They'll get a Shadow Ball plus a Body Slam into us. Oh, they Body Slam us there? Oh, what? Why are they double Body Slam? They should always go for Shadow Ball plus Body Slam. Interesting. Well, now I have back-to-back moves. So I hope this knocks out, but even if it doesn't, I don't necessarily mind. We'll see what happens. Oh, okay. That's kind of fine to see. Marowak comes in. I have a superpower ready to go. It's going to hurt them quite a bit. They get denied? They did. Okay. But I have a lot of energy on my Quagsire. 2. Oh, I have even more than I thought I did, actually. With that said, I probably want to just switch here, right? Yeah. That way, if now, like, I think they might swap into the Murkrow, right? And if they do, I want to snipe him down with my Twister. Ow. And if they don't, then I should just win. I'm kind of surprised they didn't swap. Because if they swapped there, there's a chance, like, if I was locked into a wing attack, they could have got the Drill Peck against us. But now, I'm just at an Aqua Tail on my Quagsire, so I think I'm fine. They'll knock us out here, sure, but I'm not in 1 Peck range, and I believe I'm 1 Mud Shot away from the Aqua Tail. Nice. Okay, well, I don't think I could have done much else to play this game any better than I did. I mean, I won, so it worked out, but I got a little bit bailed out by my opponent not making proactive plays there. They were kind of just in the passenger seat that whole game, and it kind of was luckier for us. But, you know, again, that's what you got to do sometimes. You just keep on playing. Get the 5-0 set. Yikes. Our Q times might go a little bit through the roof nowadays. And we get a Lickitung. Amazing. I feel like Lickitung needs to come back in the meta. Buff Lick. I have had enough of Licky Licky. I want Lickitung to come back. Let's see, cash it in. Back up over Legend. Beautiful. Once again, Malamar has not let me down today. It is one of the most fun Pokemon in the entire meta. It is a pick that's kind of hard to use sometimes, though, because there are Pokemon out there that it really doesn't want to see. Tinkaton, Thievul, Bugbite, Forretress potentially are Pokemon that are not that great for it, but aside from those matchups, this Pokemon is pretty fun to use, so give it a go if you have one. But yeah, thank you for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.